everyone, this is Rachel. Thanks for clicking on my video. And y'all, I came in today to ask you a question. But before I get to that question, I wanted to talk about this thing between Nene and Kenya. You know, here recently, they had a big blowout. So let me just tell you what happened, and then that will lead to my question. So apparently in season 12, there is going to be a trip that the ladies take to Greece. And on this trip, Kenya finds out that Nene and Greg were talking to her husband, Mark Daly, behind the scenes during the whole time that Kenya was married to him. What Kenya found out is that Mark had been discussing some of their private business. He had even told Nene and Greg that he didn't even like Kenya. And I guess when Kenya found all this stuff out, she had a problem with it. She approached Nene and confronted her about it. And then they got into a big argument. Now, reports are saying that it appeared that Nene was about to spit on Kenya. They said Nene had did this deep hawking, all bringing in as much spit, I guess, as she could, but they didn't say whether she actually spat on Kenya. Now, here's my question, y'all. So we know these two, they've had their ups and downs, but the friendship was between Kenya and Nene, when there was a friendship, and not with the husband, Mark Daly. My question is this. When there is a couple and you know that there are problems within their marriage, do you feel that it's okay for your girlfriend, especially one that you're not really feeling at the moment, to be talking or speaking with your husband? Y'all, when I read this story, I had kind of a mixed bag of emotions. On the one hand, immediately I said no. If Mark had even come to Nene and Greg with some problems that he and Kenya were having, to me, Nene and Greg should have said, you know what, I'm sorry that, you guys are having problems, but we'd like to stay out of it. We wish you all the luck, blah, 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 and left it at that. But when I found out that Nene and Greg did, actually talk to him, I kind of thought that was wrong. Because here's my thing. When my friend is in a relationship or whatever, or married, and if her spouse was to come to me and I knew that they were having problems, I felt like this. If my friend got a problem with you, I have a problem with you. So what I would do to stay out of the mess is I wouldn't speak to the husband, because that gets you caught up in the mix of their relationship. And basically, you should be minding your own business. That's just my feeling. But then on the other hand, I thought back to when Phaedra and Apollo were having problems and Kenya was speaking to him. So what I've started to say to myself is now Kenya knows how Phaedra felt. Because y'all, forget everything else. I just am looking at these people's relationships. I just don't feel like it's cool when you know that a couple is having problems, and even if you don't know that they're having problems, to engage in conversations with one of the spouses. Because you know what? Just say that Kenya and Mark were able to work it out, and after they worked it out, Kenya would have found out all this stuff that he went back and told Greg and Nene. Regardless, she's gonna be hurt. Now, y'all, Kenya is not even one of my favorites on the Housewives, because she's had her bitchy moments and diva moments and all that, and she got on my nerves after a while. But when it comes to her relationship, like I said, on the one hand, I think Nene and Greg should have nipped that in the bud and not even started talking to that guy. But on the other hand, I was saying to myself, does Kenya now realize how Phaedra felt when everybody was in her business, when she was going through, all the ups and downs with Apollo and then eventually a divorce? I just came on because I wanted to know what everybody else thought about this. Y'all, to be honest, I am on and off with these housewife shows. For a period of time, I will stop watching them because basically, y'all, they get on my nerves after a while with all the drama. But then I will come here on YouTube and hear, something that's going on, and then it'll make me tune in and watch a few episodes until I get sick of them again. So with that, I said, let me go and ask other women, how do they feel about it? Have you ever had an instance where your friend or acquaintance, because they say that Nene and Kenya are not in a good place, but just say one of your friends is speaking behind the scenes with your man, how would you feel about that? Honestly, y'all, I don't think I would like it, even if it was a friend that we were getting along, let alone one that me and her were having problems. I would feel betrayal. I would feel like that friend is just trying to collect dirt on me, and speaking to my husband is the way that they thought to do it. Let me know what y'all think down in the comments. I just think Nene and Greg were a little shady for doing that. And then Nene took great pleasure in rubbing it into Kenya's face. And I believe that that's why they almost came to blows, because it was just not the fact that she spoke to her husband, but it's the fact that once Kenya found out, Nene was dropping little stuff that he said, to rub it in Kenya's face. Y'all, it was just messy all around to me. Let me know what you think down in the comment section. And as always, thanks for watching my video. You guys have a wonderful day. Bye-bye now.